This is Greg Noyes of Pacific West Home Inspections. And today I'm doing a house in Temple City. It's Friday, December 19th, 2014. And the first thing I want to do is show you how to turn off the different utilities. At the left exterior of the house is your electrical meter. And it's a older Cisco type of panel. And it's no main breaker, so you have to bring down each one of these to turn off the power. Today's standards are if you have more than 6 breakers, then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 actually is in compliance. You need a main breaker. This type of panel is a Cisco, and they've had problems with it over the years, so we always recommend to replace them. The gas meter is on the left side of the house, and the way you shut this thing off, you'll need a wrench. There's a valve down here, and you turn this valve 90 degrees and it will shut off the gas. And then at the very back of the house there is a valve on a galvanized pipe, and I think this may be the main water line shut-off valve. So it's this valve here, and it's stuck today, so I can't turn it off to see if there's water going in the house. But I believe that will be your main water line. This is all galvanized. I've seen galvanized throughout the house. Now, two unique things about the house. The water heaters appear original to the construction of the house, and that is 1962. Typically water heaters last 10 to 12 years. I've noticed in this area the water is not what they use in LA. It's a sweet water, and it doesn't deteriorate the pipes and plumbing fixtures as fast as we find in other parts of Southern California. There is a transite pipe as it goes up into the that goes up in the attic. Today we just like to see 3 screws here. These are rigid piped. We like to see flexible water lines coming into the water heater because of earthquake reasons. And this is a temperature pressure relief valve, and the time this unit was installed, they didn't have them, and it's not on the tanks. It's more than 6 inches or it's above the tank itself. So there's a 6-inch probe that goes in here, so it's not going to get the right temperature, but it's better, it's good to have it. And like I say, this thing's way overdue. It's been here a long time. Now the gas line coming in, it has an older gas valve with a spring loaded, and we don't use those today. They tend to leak, and it still has the old aluminum semi-rigid pipe, and we haven't used these since 1994. They cracked during the earthquake. Another newer requirement is a drip pan under the water heater. So when you replace the water heater, just follow my recommendations on the report. So the plumber puts all these additional standards in. So it's I believe it's 1963, 30-gallon, and water heater. Next thing we're going to look. One of the unique features about the house is that there's it looks like it's out of a time warp. Everything inside the house is pretty well maintained. What we found today is more electrical has been upgraded, and they still have the galvanized pipes, but the doesn't look like much wear and tear to the house over the last 50 years. So you can see here peeling paint at the trim. We saw that on the eaves, and I'm going to try to age this roof. And you can see on the south side it's wearing faster, and it looks like they've done some repairs here. So the roof, the original or the second layer, is probably getting on to 16 to 18 years, and they have replaced the ridge caps. And the ridge caps are the part that goes on top of the roof. And we typically replace these at 8 to 10 years. And over the rear of the house, you can see newer shingles. And they put a valley in, so there's been some repairs done to the house, to the roof over the years. I'm walking to the rear of the house, and you can see the transite pipe for the water heaters. We like to see a metal pipe today. And I'm coming on to the chimney here. It's a masonry chimney, and they have done some, at least one time they've put a new cap on. It's wearing a little bit now, but you can see some cracking going on the cap, chimney cap. And what I'm looking for now is any vertical cracks in the system, which I don't see. And it's got a cripple flashing detail on the back, but in this corner here, you can see with a second layer of roofing, they didn't quite match it, and it's catching debris here. And there's some gaps in the mastic here, so water can get in there. So when they put the second roof on, they didn't do a very good job on the flashing part. I'm going to bring the camera up, and the very top of the chimney, we like to see we call it a rain cap spark arrestor. That keeps the water from going inside the chimney through the year. And so that's, I don't know if you can see inside there, but that's what you have. The rear fence is wood. And on the west side, you can see deterioration of the roofing here. And on the south side is where we'll see more of that. So you got probably a couple more years wear of this roof, and you see the repairs there. And then you'll have to strip down the roof down to the main framing, install plywood sheeting. We call that plywood diaphragm, and so it's that will have to be done in the next couple of years. You can see the poor flashing around this attic vent here as well. So this is Greg Noyes, Pacific West Home Inspections, and I can be reached at 818-271-0417. We're at the second water heater, and this is the one in the utility room on the right side of the house. It feeds the kitchen and the and also the laundry room. There's a little small bathroom over here as well. It's again an older water heater, and I'll have to check the on Google. But I believe this is 1963, so this is a original with the house. It's 40 gallon, and we'll start from the very bottom, work up. So it's missing a drip pan down here, missing a sediment trap on the gas line. They did replace the gas connector and put a new valve in. The bottom siphon trap is less than 4 inches from the gas control, and as we bring it up, the top siphon strap is fine. We saw the roof, it's got a transite vent, and then here we see 3 screws, and it's got a temperature pressure relief gauge, and this is added after they install it. And it's a little high, set to position too high, and it has a flexible drain line on it as well. When you do that, it's not the same diameter of pipe. If you notice the ceiling, there's some soot area. So it's an older water heater. Typically they only last 10, 12 years, and this is at 50 years now. And it's had some drafting problems. So we see indication of drafting problems around the bottom of the tank itself. So that's what you have. And on the service door next to the water heater door, there's a key here. It's a double key deadbolt. We like to see a thumb type of lock here, so you can get out during a fire. Bring the camera around. The little laundry area, there's 2 machines. We don't test machines. They're considered not part of the property, personal equipment. And so you may want to run them before you move in if they stay with the property. And again, this is we found galvanized pipe all through the house here. So we'll do a little experiment here. We're going to run the water on the sink here in the laundry room. I'm going to come in the bathroom and turn on flush the toilet, and we're looking for any major drop in water. So there's a little bit of a difference in flow. And the next thing I'm going to do is turn the shower on. And one of the larger fixtures of usage. A scientific way of determining water flow. So there is some diminished water flow, but it's not as much as I thought. And I'm headed down to the house next. There's the original furnace, horizontal furnace, is still in place, and it has suspected asbestos covering ducts here. It's an older furnace. It's working today, and if you want to bump up to a central air with air conditioner, then they'll have to remove it, and then at that time new ducts will have to be put in. This is suspected asbestos.